I'm Kaplan America. Welcome to this month's auction at Kaplan Cycles. Buy a raffle ticket today for 10 bucks. Subscribe to the channel or I'll tase you. If you want to see your bike in the next Kaplan Cycles auction, give us a call. We'll buy your whole collection or one bike anywhere in the United States. Subscribe today or else. What's happening, fellas? Feast your eyes on this classic, absolutely pristine Buell X1 Lightning. This may be the most famous Buell ever, and I'll tell you why in a second. This one here is showing 902 miles on the odometer, had like 800 on it when I got it. It has been on display at Liberty Harley-Davidson. This was owned by the owner of Liberty Harley-Davidson, one of the largest Harley dealers on the East Coast for, well, since it was brand new, since 2002. When he took it out of the box, he sent it out and had the tins, the complete body kit painted in this red, white, and blue, absolutely stunning package. And then he loaded it up with every factory accessory the Buell catalog had. And it is absolutely beautiful. It sat on his floor. He only used it to go out for coffee runs once in a blue moon, and it got very little miles on it. But it was professionally dealer owned and maintained. It was in the climate controlled centerpiece of Liberty Harley-Davidson showroom floor, along with his 93 Heritage Softail Classic for better part of 20 years. It is absolutely stunning. It's been gone through by our service department here. We did replace the original tires because after 20 years, I wouldn't have felt safe riding with those tires. Take a zoom in here, Kenny. You can see it's got maybe 5 miles on the tire. Still has the nubs on them. Hasn't been ridden at all since those tires were installed earlier this year. It has a brand new fuel pump on it. The original fuel pump had some issues with the fuel that was in there, so we replaced the fuel pump. Other than that, the running gear, the motor, everything is original. The paint job that's on this bike is absolutely stunning. I did add a couple of things. These are by Steiger, my girlfriend Chrissy Steiger. This is my favorite Bible verse, Romans 8:28. This is a decal that if you don't like it, can be removed. The Kaplan America decal down here is a decal. The USA logo is a decal, and the Kaplan America decal here. These are all vinyl graphics sitting on top of. They're not clear coated. This is not vinyl, folks. This is a hand painted, airbrushed, stunning paint job that to duplicate this paint job today would be over $2,500 if you could even find someone that can do it. Going to the saddle, this saddle is leather. These stars that are on here are each individually sewed in. You're looking at a $1,500 saddle if you could even find someone to do this kind of work. The inserts on here actually glow in the dark too. If you look at them in the dark, they actually glow in the dark. Just a fantastic leather handmade saddle. The exhaust system has been painted, powder coated, or what, I'm not sure what kind of finish it is, but he put this blue finish on there, which is just stunning. I've never seen it before. It does have a Super Track exhaust also. Now, to start with, the Buell X1 Lightning, this wasn't for everyone. This was arguably the only super bike that Harley-Davidson ever made. Super bike handling, super bike brakes, super bike engine. It's over 100 horsepower, 1203 cc, derived from the Harley-Davidson Sportster motor, but highly modified with different heads, different crank, a bunch of different components, but some original Harley identification still is there. It looks like a Harley-Davidson motor. As you know, or if you're watching this video, you probably already know that Harley-Davidson bought Buell, and unfortunately disbanded the marketing and manufacturing of Buell. Now Buell is out on his own, and Buell motorcycles exist under the Eric Buell name now. Once again, look, starting at the front of the bike, nothing but high performance, huge triple piston caliper with massive floating disc brake, beautiful mag rim, upside down Buell. Those are Showa forks, but they're branded Buell, as you can see. It has the Buell accessories, end caps for the axle. It has braided stainless brake lines. It's got all the Buell performance catalog items that you could get, and a lot of the dress-up items like this Buell shield right here, the carbon fiber inner rear fender, the carbon fiber sprocket cover on the back, the Buell axle cover and sprocket cover in the back here. The swing arm's been polished. The frame is the original white powder coating. The aluminum on the back here has been polished. Coming around this side here, you can see again the carbon fiber and the Buell engine primary cover, clutch cover. Like I said, all the items you could find in the Buell catalog to put on it were put on there. It was given a custom paint job. And with a name like Liberty Harley Davidson, well, the paint job kind of speaks for itself. It's American. We call this bike the Patriot Missile here. It's an absolute rocket ship, and it's unmistakably all American. It's made by Americans for Americans with American parts and an American engine. So it's about as American as it gets. Now, as far as this bike being famous, this bike was featured in the Kaplan America reality show with me riding a wheelie down the road on it. If you want to watch that reality show, you can go to Discovery Go or just Google Kaplan America. I think it's online at Hulu too. You can watch replays of it. It showed twice on Discovery and also on Motor Trend TV. It was an hour feature, and this bike was featured in that show. So it's been on TV, and it's also been a centerpiece of Liberty Harley Davidson from 2002 until 2020. So almost 20 years on one of the highest traffic dealer floors on the East Coast. It's been on TV, and it's been a centerpiece at the New England Motorcycle Museum, where we've regularly had events with 2,000-3,000 people that have seen this bike. So I'm going to say this is the most recognized, most famous Buell that I've seen. I am a Buell lover myself. I've had Buells before Junior was born. I bought a brand new Buell Thunderbolt from TSI Harley Davidson. I think it was 1998. And I later bought an X1 Lightning. And then, of course, when I saw this one, this bike had me at hello, and I had to have it. So if you're looking for a world-class American sport bike that's unique, that'll take off like a rocket ship from idle and go over 120 miles an hour and 100 rear-wheel horsepower, light, great brakes, well, look no further. Very exclusive combination between the paint job, all the carbon fiber, the leather saddle. It'd be tough to duplicate without spending a fortune. And there is a small fortune tied up in this bike between all accessories and paint, and it's essentially brand new with 900 miles. We did put a new battery in it. It's got brand new tires on it, front and rear. The engine oil is new. The transmission oil is new. The battery's new. All the fluids are new, the brake fluids. We went through the whole bike front to back. These tires here are Michelin radial tires. If you zoom in, I wanted the best tires money could buy. That's what it's got. They're brand new, 2021 tires. Again, the original tires were like new, but I don't like riding on tires that are over 7 years old. That's kind of where I draw the line. Once you're up in the 15, 18, 20-year-old range, even if they look new, I don't recommend it. The rubber compounds tend to degrade or get hard. This thing handles like a dream with these tires on here. So if you have any questions, if you want the finest Buell X1 Lightning for sale in the country with the lowest miles and totally sorted out with an exclusive paint job that happens to be famous, well, this could be the one. If you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. Thanks for watching. As always, God bless America.